What's up? What's up? Non-Perishable Goods Podcast. We are back in the building. Bishop,
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Stace?
yo, um, is it, does it make sense if you were able to go back to an ex, to
Mm,
give somebody another chance,
mm.
regardless of the time, whether it's last 1 month ago to 10 years ago, like, you know,
Yeah, I always have a thing where I say, I never go backwards. And I feel like when it comes to exes, there's a part of me that says, don't go backwards. Let it go. Let it go. Because, if it was meant to be, but then there's a side of me that also, like, if you guys grew apart and then grew back together later, possibly, you know,
see, that's the mature Stace coming out. Keep talking.
then it could work.
Yeah.
But I also feel like the mature Stace would be like, no more chances. Like,
Why?
no,
Oh,
Biggie.
chances?
Yeah, no more chances. Biggie. Don't give him no more chances. Biggie. But
I think if you guys were, let's say you were in your 20s and you guys kicked it, had a relationship, or just for fuck buddies, whatever, years go by. Obviously, you guys, like, now she comes back into our lives. We're obviously different than we were back then. I'm going to assume that they are too. If we are compatible again now with a more mature level headed, I think it is possible.
Yeah. Well, because I think with that situation, like the familiarity of someone and not, trying something new with just some nut off of the internet, like somebody that you kind of know,
yes, but they've changed though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember, there's like, if it's the example, 20 years from now, 20 years, more, like, everybody's grown, has matured. You know what I'm saying? People have houses, people have careers, people have been probably traveled. You know what I'm saying? I used to be that way too. I used to be like, I don't go backwards. I don't go, I don't want to date somebody I used to date, blah, blah, blah. But if it was that old, or even maybe 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would have to try, gel. I would give it a chance, is what I'm trying to say.
But okay, so with that, what if you go backwards and you get with them and you start feeling those same feelings that you felt before?
Yeah.
No, the bad stuff too, though.
Oh, the bad.
You know what I mean? Say they still chew their food with their mouth open, and then or they slobber, or just whatever.
It sounds petty. That sounds like something I could work with. Maybe back then, like, those petty things got on my nerves. I know what you're talking about. Maybe those petty things got on my nerves back then, but like now it's like I can deal with anything now. I could date any.
Yeah, but when you're in love, with somebody, you overlook a lot of that stuff. But when you fall out of love with them, then it's just like, if this don't.
Plus, when you're younger, you have your like scroll of standards and what you want in a person. This person doesn't wear sandals. Oh, I can't date him. Her favorite color is blue. I can't date him. Like little stuff like that when you're younger. Now it's like, as long as they're healthy and fit and financially stable and okay, and on their P's and Q's,
you would try it again.
Yeah, why not? I don't think it's going backwards. I think it's exploring something that was there with somebody who might have changed. Like, why not give it a chance?
Yeah, but changing, I mean, yeah, I don't know. They could change, but what if they didn't? I mean, you wouldn't go
Then
back
you
if they didn't.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If
Yeah.
they didn't change, you wouldn't go back.
The only step they have the only step they have ahead from somebody new is that they've seen you naked before. They've been with you before. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. Like, but again,
But see, if it didn't work
10 to
out, I
5
would,
years apart, we change.
yeah, I would be mad at myself if I would have went backwards and found myself back in that bad situation again. You know what I mean? Like I would kind of feel like, "Ugh, that's on me." Like I would definitely be mad at myself for going backwards if things didn't work out.
My thing with that though is like I think us as men, we we tend to lie. So it would depend. It would
You
depend
mean
like you
dude?
to get what we want, right? So it would be on him. I wouldn't blame you. I would blame him for him feeding you a lie, and you have no reason but to believe him because he's giving you his story. Like if I tell people my name is Jeffrey, they're not going to say, is his name Jeffrey? No, they're going to believe that my name is Jeffrey because this is the first time
Right.
we
Yeah.
interacted. You know
And
what
you
I'm
give
saying?
it, yeah, you give people the benefit of the
Yeah, so
doubt
you're
for
going off what
sure.
he said. So if you date somebody who a long time ago they did you wrong, and he's like, "Oh, I've changed, Stace. Let me give me another chance." Blah blah blah. Stacy, give me one more chance. Stacy, give me one more chance.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And you're like, okay, let's try it. And then he fucks you over again. That's him
Yeah.
lying to you because
Yeah,
he didn't
but
change.
yeah, but me being accountable for me and not wanting to be that victim type of person, I would just feel terrible for myself for going back and like,
Well, yeah.
you wasted time. You knew he wasn't gonna be different, blah blah blah. But I wonder like what the stats are on that. Like if people have, I mean, do you know people who have actually gone back to their exes?
I know a few.
Oh, I have.
But I
Yeah.
also saw the story on YouTube where this couple used to date like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years ago. And at the time, they were bad for each other because they were doing drugs, they were, wilding out, they were kids. And then they got back together as older adults, and it seems to be working. And it worked because they knew each other and they knew each other's like faults and insecurities and issues, and are down to deal with the recovery portion of their lives now. You know what I'm saying? Because they're both in recovery. So they're kind of both each other's support system. So for now, I guess it's working. But it's cool to have somebody who knows what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? Who's been through with you when you were going through it. So them splitting up, discovering themselves, rediscovering themselves, redefining themselves, and then coming back together, for them, it helped them. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
working for them.
No, that definitely sounds like a healthy transition or transformation. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
If you dealt with somebody who was an asshole to you and they come back to you, I don't recommend going back to them.
Yeah, because I sure did. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be talking to my Facebook DMs like, I'm like, okay,
That's a different
and no,
story.
and no, and no. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good on that. Going back.
It's just I like to give, especially when you separate amicably or in a cool manner, or if you do feel like giving him, one more chance, you know what I'm saying? Like there's been women I've dealt with who went back to their baby daddy. I don't think our bond was that strong for me to take them back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
It's like
I'm
a
just
one wish, Carl Thomas.
yeah, like because I'm thinking about the people that I know that have gone back to their ex.
Wish.
Yeah, that go back to their exes. It doesn't really work out. It doesn't. I'm just thinking on different situations, and that person never changed. That person never got it together. But I think if you do maybe break up and then give that person time And, like I'm talking maybe a year or 6 months or something where they exhibit some type of growth or maturity, then, maybe you could try getting back together. But if you like are constantly breaking up and getting back and breaking up and getting back, I don't think that's healthy in a relationship. Especially for me, if I'm with somebody, like I will give you so many chances because I don't like people often. And so if I actually like you and I give you heck of like, it'll take a lot for me to like stop messing with you. But once I stop messing with you, like I'm done.
Yeah, there was a lady, a chick I used to mess with, um, and she lived in Sac, and then she moved away to the Bay Area, and I would go see her, and every time I would see her, you know, we would have sex and stuff. But then she would get into a relationship, and then I would stop talking to her. And then when she's done with that relationship, I'd go back over there and we have sex. You know what I mean? It was just,
It's
I was
not
like, man,
healthy.
I was like, man, I can't keep doing this because we're not friends. You know what I mean? Like
Right. It's
we
sex.
started off attracted to each other. It's like, but I
But
do
you guys,
like I do like her. I did like her, and she's very talented and has her own flavor, and I love her style, but I love making her laugh, but it's like either we get together or we just stop this because I can't keep. I mean,
yeah,
I don't want to keep like leading you on or you leading me on, and then you get a boyfriend, and I
yeah,
gotta wait till you
right.
break up with your abusive boyfriend, and it's like
Yeah.
it's just a roller coaster. And then me moving out here, I remember one time we tried to talk again. And I was
Mhm.
like, dude, either you got to come out here or I got to go out there or we got to stop this because I can't,
Yeah.
because
It's
you be
toxic.
flashing and she would be flat. She would flash on me sometimes.
Oh my
And I'm like,
gosh.
you're flashing on me because you're trying to find an easy way out of this. You're getting,
Uh,
because there is no reason for you to get mad at me.
like creating
Yeah,
fights.
you're creating a negative situation that came out of nowhere, came out of your butthole. You know what I mean? Like, there's literally nothing I did wrong.
Right. But no, I think that is a way of people wanting to put distance in between people by
Yeah,
creating problems and creating fights.
yeah.
And that
So
just sounds super toxic, dude.
it
Like
is.
that's not healthy. That's not healthy. But
It's
the
not.
thing that kept you there and you guys still messing with each other was the physical connection, the sex. And I think a lot of the times that sex overpowers people's thinking and their feeling like your feelings are in it, but you're not being logical about the situation. Knowing that you guys both hate each other's company, but it all smooths out when you're intimate.
Right. So when we were talking now, I mean, not now, but since I'm here and she's over there, this last time I was like, we're done. Like, I can't talk to you because I like you. You know what I mean? If we're not going to do this, then there's no point. And I'm pretty sure after that, she got a boyfriend. So it makes it easier for me not to communicate at all. So, but even when she came, I know I broke it off before and then she tried to come back again. I was like, look, if we're going to do this again, either you make an attempt to come here or I make an attempt to come over there, but we have to do this because we're not friends. You know what I mean? Like either we're going to get together or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to fucking, fuck, just keep doing this. I'm emotionally exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I'm down to do this LD with you and because I like you. You know what I mean? Because I know you. I'm familiar. We're familiar. We have deep history. I know her parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're if we're not going to do this, I don't
Well,
want to. I'm not going to waste time. And then
yeah.
so I think if she did get a boyfriend, good. That does me a favor. Yeah, that does me a favor. But like I was just like, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dang, damn.
Long distance takes trust. Like if you guys don't trust each other, long distance is terrible. You know what I mean? Because you're always wondering, you're always wanting to, like, especially if you're insecure too, like, it's hard. But in that point, you do have to like really trust that long distance partner.
Yeah, I mean, if it worked out the way I wanted to, I would be down to move over there. I wanted her to move out here because she's never been out here, but I know the Bay Area. I'm down to move over there. You know what I'm saying? With her two incomes, she has a good job. I work for the state or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Have a record store side job,
Yeah.
DJ side job, and then
Right.
live around the homeless people in the Bay Area.
Damn, yeah, that's California for you.
Live around the IT people, the crypto people, and the homeless.
Yeah, right. If such a extreme, but like
no
okay,
middle.
right. I was like,
There's
dang,
no-
the crypto to the homeless. Wow.
Bitcoin, entrepreneurs, IT, software
The
developers, homeless.
Yeah, dang. Well, real quick, like say the people that from your past that you loved. Once you love them, do you always love them or do you fall out of love with people?
Like people I've dated.
Or like if people you thought you loved or people you love, have you loved some of your people you love?
That's a fair.
Let me start there.
That's a fair question. That's fair.
Right.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Okay.
I would say.
So do you still love all of them? Do you still love them?
Oh,
yes. I see.
Not in love.
Right.
I still got love. Yes.
Right.
Where's my heart? Is my heart here?
Yeah, that just shows that you're a real person. Because I don't understand how you could claim you love somebody and then you don't love them anymore. You know what I mean? Like after things go bad or whatever. Like, I mean, if it's really bad, if it's like a super violation, I can see how you don't be in love. But if you just kind of grew apart or things went, you guys just aren't together anymore, like, or you guys broke up, they got with somebody else, like, I don't know, like the people that I love, I don't lose love for people.
No, even when they, got with people, had kids by other people, like I still, if they're happy, as long as they're happy, and whatever I can, if they need anything from me, I know one person needed my help to move, I helped her move. Like, I don't care, like we've been through what we've been through. You've proven yourself to me, or prove myself to you. We built trust and love between each other. Like I die for some of them, you know what I'm saying? I love them that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't love anybody that much.
Oh, I do.
But that's good. See, but that's chivalrous. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a man quality. I ain't dying for nobody.
Oh, I'd die for you, Stacey. Absolutely. I'd take a bullet for you.
No, you wouldn't. Stop.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, see, but I think that's what a man, you guys have that quality like that.
We have the sacrificial.
Yeah, I know. You see what's happening in Ukraine right now, all the women and children. I was like, dang, it's beneficial to be a woman at this point in a war, because you get to flee the country, but the 18 to 61-year-olds got to stay there and fight, the men.
But my thing, even with me though, like I don't have kids. I don't really have responsibilities except for like bills, and family and friends. I would fight. Yeah. It's the fathers I don't think should fight, because you have kids, especially if you don't have any military experience or experience with guns. Like I think you should be with your family. But if you're like me, like I would go.
But most
fight for
men,
my country.
Yeah, but I think a lot of men do have families and have kids. So it would probably be like men who, like you, if you was that case, it would be men like you that are single, no kids, or like gay men fighting in wars. That would be it. So I don't know. That wouldn't really work. Yeah, it wouldn't be a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So like that just doesn't, like, I just think men, if we want to be think about attributes that are contributed to men, like, yeah, men are brave, or men are the protectors, men are the soldiers, you know. But then as I'm saying this, I'm thinking of like from Wakanda, or not Wakanda, from Black Panther, where they had the women army that went out and was soldiers. Like, they're in Africa,
Yeah,
they
that's
had,
Wakanda.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that was based on a real tribe of women soldiers. So it just depends. It just depends, I guess. But men traditionally are more of the protector, the fighter, the soldier. So that's awesome. Like, I think that's a great quality to have in a man. Take
What's
a
that?
bullet for me.
Oh, the sacrifice.
Yeah.
I, I
It's just in your nature, I think. That's dope. He's a keeper, girl. He's a keeper.
I
A lot of men don't have that. A lot of men don't even think about nothing.
yeah, but also think there's a factor of like, I mean, I guess I do have things to lose, but like for you, I think you have I think you have more to lose than I do, so I would take the bullet. You know what I mean? Like, I would get in front of the bullet because you have, your nieces, your nephew, your brother, your your rest of your family. Like, not to say that I don't have family, I
Yeah,
have
I was like,
family,
yeah,
but like for me, maybe that is a guy thing.
yeah,
I just think I would just do that innately or instinctively. You know what I mean? I just you don't think about it. I don't know if you've ever tried to save somebody who's drowning. You don't think about it. You don't think about what you have on. You just dive in.
right,
You
right,
know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah. I did save a little kid the other day.
The other day, like
Yeah.
like yesterday.
Well, no, it was probably some months ago. It was last year, I'm thinking. But
Well, that's not
I
the other day. That's
yeah,
a whole
it
nother
was
year.
right. Well, time is flying by. Like, I can't even my concept of time is so weird right now. Like, I don't know when certain things happen. But anyways, it was just like a little kid. It wasn't even that serious, but it was a baby. I mean, barely could walk. And I was on my bike, and he was crossing the street, right? This little ass kid is crossing the street going to the park. I'm like, and I didn't see any adults around or anything like that. So I'm talking to the baby. I'm like, baby, where you going, baby? And he keeps pointing at the park like he was going to the park. And I was just looking around trying to peep the scene, like, what's going on? And I saw there was a door open to this one house, and there was nobody there. The door was just open. So I'm like, oh, he probably came from there. So I didn't really want to pick the baby up and do all that stuff because, people might think whatever. So I was just like, come on, let's go over here, and then took him back to the house. And the lady was vacuuming. And I don't know, she said she left the door open for a second to air something out, and the baby left. That was crazy.
That was crazy. I mean, that's scary for you too. She could have been like, "Hey,
Right,
you stole my
exactly.
baby."
Yeah, like today you can't just be a hero and helpful, because people will. But then I was like, oh, everybody over here has a Ring camera, so they would know that I'm not doing nothing to the
Oh,
baby.
right.
You know what I mean? So I was just like, it's crazy. You got to think about all these things, and in this day and age. But yeah, he was the cutest little Wonka Wonka. I was so sad. I was scared. I was like, where are you going? And it's so crazy because I almost missed him, because when I saw him, he was walking between two cars. Like, he had already made it across the street. Like, it was
Oh
such a
shit.
trip. I know. And if I didn't turn the block at that right precise time, I would have missed him going in between the parked cars to get on the sidewalk to go to the
Yeah,
park.
kids are really like dogs.
Yeah.
like kid.
Yeah.
Like, you
They
gotta
don't.
you gotta put a leash on them. You gotta give them a name. You gotta call them by their name. They gotta know
Right.
their name.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta
He,
train them. Put
yeah.
diapers on them.
He had to been like, what, 24, like 16 months. Like not, he wasn't, it was maybe two
That's
or under.
insane. I want to say that's child neglect, but
Yeah, no, it kind of was. It really was. She knew she was in some shit.
I
She
don't know, but
knew.
maybe she probably put him somewhere and then he got out.
Yeah, he did, because he couldn't have reached the door. She said she left the door open.
No, I'm saying, but she probably, I'm trying to give her benefit of the doubt, I guess. She probably put him in like a crib. He hopped out the crib, like, and then walked outside instinctively because he wants to go play in the playground.
Yeah.
And he already knows it's across the street. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's hard for a kid.
Open, and she's over here, doors open.
On her, she's probably on her Instagram. She was probably on her Instagram. Oh my goodness, vacuuming, and then
what's Kanye talking about this time?
Okay, and then totally forgot about the baby, the baby at the park.
Wait, let me text my second boyfriend. What's he?
Yeah, because that's like putting candy in front of a kid. I don't know if you've seen those like TikToks or Instagrams or whatever, where they're like they put candy in front of the kid, and then they're like, "Don't touch that candy.
Yeah, don't touch
until
the candy.
I come back. Don't touch the candy."
No, yeah, but if you don't touch the candy, I'll give you another piece of candy.
Right, and that was so hard for those kids.
And then they leave, and some of them ate the candy. It's like,
yeah,
I want
you bad baby. But no, for that door to be open and that little kid seeing that fantastic park right there, with the playground.
I'm just giving her a benefit of that because it makes no sense to leave the door open when you're leaving your baby out open.
Hey, I'm trying to tell
unless you put him in the crib.
Yeah.
Then you open the door because you're like, nobody's getting out. He's in the crib.
That baby, I mean, maybe he had skills to get out of the crib, but he was real little. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I've seen babies come out the crib.
Yeah, he flipped
like
over.
Monkey themselves out the crib.
Yeah, and he had his little, I think he had a bottle. He had his bottle and everything. So I know he wasn't too far from home. So I was just like, I felt like a hero that day.
Yeah, well, good job. Give it up for Stace.
Thank God that I turned the corner on my bike at that exact moment. Because if I didn't, that baby would have been in between the parked cars, and I wouldn't have seen him. He would have been like,
"Where's my
baby? Right?" And I think,
bitch, you left the door open.
Right, but see, and she wasn't the mother; she was babysitting. So she was like worse. The auntie. Yeah, she was like the auntie. So you don't, when you're an auntie.
Also, maybe she don't know nothing about kids. Then she might not.
Exactly. She was like, I put him over there. I told him to sit. He didn't sit.
Yeah, no, like a dog.
Right. So that's one thing about people who aren't around children. Like, they don't know better.
Yeah.
But anyways.
That made it worse.
Yeah.
I thought it was the mom.
Right. No, it was so, and just think, I was feeling so bad for the girl. Like, whoever watched that ring back, like, hopefully she deletes that ring, because whoever lives there, they saw that what happened. Like, she probably got in so much trouble. Like, how would you explain that? Dang, like, I don't know. I was so
that's her last day of babysitting.
Right. They will never ask
you
her
see
again.
This ring? My child just went across the street. If it wasn't for this Jewish lady getting my kid,
this Jubian queen.
If it wasn't for this Jubian, that baby would have been run over or kidnapped or playing in the sand. You would have known where he was.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, but yeah, no, I think it's dope that you have that quality. Circling back to our coming back around here
from the hero story.
Yeah. So I don't know. Are there any exes that you would get back with that you could think of off top that you wish you had another chance with?
Yeah, probably the last one. And then there's another one that I messed up, but I think the last one. There's a couple I messed up. I wasn't the smartest relationship guy, but probably just the last one.
Yeah.
Because we didn't end in bad blood,
Right. It
But
was
I mean, but she
amicable.
was young and she's, getting out there in the world, so I don't want to get in the way of that. But
And I think that's very noble too. Look at you. Like that's good to let somebody be free and hopefully they find their way back. Or if they don't, they
well,
don't.
no, I
But
mean, because for me, because I never want to step in somebody's way of them, especially traveling. Like there's so much out there to see. I remember when we went to go to Sprint to fix her phone for WhatsApp or something because she was going to be overseas, and the guy helping us, we're telling him the situation of why she needs this phone, and he goes, yeah, I have a girlfriend. I would never let her do that, travel without me. And I'm like, what do you mean let her? What do you mean you wouldn't let her do it? She's her own person, dude. And you guys aren't married and you're in your 20s. Like, you're not going to let her travel? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we
right.
were married, then there'll be a different story.
You'd be with her though if you were married.
Probably, yeah. But
Yeah.
or I'd wait, I just wait here and hold the fort down. But yeah, I never want to get in somebody's career, traveling, expanding their life. Like why would anybody do that?
Right. Yeah. No, it's true. Like I think you do have to let people get out there and see what they want so they don't feel like they're missing out on
That's
something.
that part, because I would be like, okay, let's say I did fight for her. Let's say I did be like, I was like, well,
No, don't
I don't
go.
want, you're not gonna go, don't go. Like this will mess up everything. Like I thought she wanted kids to get married, blah blah blah. This is gonna mess it up. Like we're gonna be married with kids in regret. She's going to be in regret, whether she's happy or not. She's. I'm glad we have kids, but man, I could have been here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's better to do it now, free, no kids.
Right.
With a blazing ex rather than a blazing husband with kids, and then you go do that, and we stay here because we can't go with you because school, my job. You know what I mean? You're gonna do that on your own. You know what I'm saying? You got responsibility. So
Yeah.
conscious, free, clear, go travel.
Right. Because I mean, yeah, you gotta let them go because life is short, but it's also very long. And 2 years out of 70 years is really, not that much time. If
There's so
somebody,
much to see. There's so many.
yeah,
Like,
if somebody wanted to, do their thing, like they could come back possibly.
Yeah. Another chick I used to mess with, she moved to France for like a little bit because her job let her do that, and she met some French guy. And they've been together for years. And now she not only does she know French and acquired a French boyfriend, but now she's married to him and moved back out here so she could be closer to her mom. She lives in California. You know what I mean? Like she spent 8 years traveling, met a guy, fell in love, got married, moved back here. You know what I mean? It all worked out. She was able to travel. She knows French. Like it's amazing. It's an amazing story.
Right. Yeah, no, it is. It really is. Let them
Rather
go.
than staying here with me in Sacramento, you know what I mean? I haven't been anywhere, living a boring life,
Shut up. Hell enough.
They're trying to build a life here, who knows, you wouldn't be in France, so.
Yeah, no.
You gotta go out there. There's so much there's just so much out
Exactly.
there.
Yeah, I think when you do kind of get out there, you possibly are exposed to so much. You're inspired by so
Yeah, your
much.
mind, your mind expands. I mean, look at Waka Flocka. Look at all these the artists who travel and come from the hood and they'll travel. And now they're doing yoga. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? When they used to
yeah.
hold Tech Nines, now they're doing yoga. Now they're
Or like
eating
Kevin Gates. Yeah,
vegan. Kevin,
yeah,
who's very brilliant, by the way. Like
he is.
he should have. Does he have a podcast? He should have a podcast. Like he's amazing. But
Yeah,
he got tattoos. Obviously,
right.
he's put in work. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Got
I love him and his girl Drika. They're awesome. They're just so interesting and moving at their own pace. And I think that's what I was going to say too, though. It's like when you go out there in the world, you usually find what you can't live without, you know? So it's good to like get out there and not be in the house like me all the time. Like get out because you'll find what you need or what you need finds you or however that works. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, but they, they're like some of these couples, you could just tell that they are best friends. And I think that's something good to look for. Or like I feel like your love, when you know it's your soulmate or whatever you want to call it, like but relationships possibly could not even be your soulmate. It could just be a really good friendship. And I think that lasts, like some finding that person you can't live this life without. If you feel like you could live life without them, they ain't the one.
or
But if
you meet them and you're like, you wonder how you live life without them. You know what I mean? You're like, dang, like where have you been?
right, it's like, oh, I needed that little piece to the puzzle. You
Right.
were the piece to the puzzle, you know?
I
Because
feel
I
like
think,
I feel like women do that a lot though. I think that's an emotional thing. And I think like if they find a guy who meets their requirements physically and then who are at least like
it's handyman skills.
50, 60 degrees of funny, 50, I mean percent, and 50 to 60%, manly, and
A
80
man.
80% or 100% financially well. Then they're like, oh, I found my soulmate.
That's the total package right there. You just named it all off. But see, I think a lot of women feel like, well, I have that, so why shouldn't I have that in a partner? You know?
Because
So,
I'm saying like guys, I'm exposing stuff here. Guys we know when to be funny, we know when to be charming, but we will never let you in because we don't want you to have a piece of that. We just want to fuck. So we'll make you laugh, we'll spend money, we'll charm the panties off of you, literally, to get what we want. And you think we are Mr. Right when
yeah,
in
you guys are
reality we're Mr. Right now.
right. You guys need to stop doing that.
So that's what I'm saying. So women, that's how, I mean, I get how like women could get mad at us because they have every right to, because we lie. We lie because we want the draws.
Right. But men, why don't you guys want more than that? Like, we need
Because we
people.
have options.
Hmm.
Why do fat people, why does a fat person or a foodie go to a buffet? Because there's options. I just don't want one thing. I don't want chicken. I want chicken and ribs
Yeah, but
and
then
rice.
but then if you keep eating like that, you find out you're gonna get diabetes, you're gonna have a heart attack, you're gonna have high cholesterol.
You're gonna get weight. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here's
So
the
that's
thing.
the same with men though. Like if you guys keep having all these options, you're gonna catch a baby, you're gonna catch a disease, you're gonna catch a head case, you might catch a case. Like it's not healthy.
Here's the thing. Every man has an epiphany stage, right? You
Right.
don't
At
do this
60,
for
at 67.
maybe,
Y'all don't be
or
having epiphanies until
or
later.
you find the right dish and you stick with that dish
But
because
how do you
you're
yeah.
finally like, wow, I had all this chicken at the buffet, I went to Chow King and got
Had
brandy,
lamb.
and I
No.
went to brandy chicken. I got the brandy chicken, and that's the only chicken I want. All I want is brandy chicken. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped going to the buffet. I see my dad buy without being a dad. I'm like, after I gotta go to the gym. I see how this is wrecking my body. Let me stop, focus on this, eat greens, take care of myself, see a dietitian, hit the gym. Epiphany stage, right? You gotta go through the whole phase for men and women before you settle down. Otherwise, you're gonna live through curiosity. You know what I'm saying? And that's when people cheat, when they never had that whole phase.
Yeah, see,
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying it's a necessity. I'm just saying it's
what happens.
if you're going through that phase, it's okay, because it's not going to last. It never does. And if it does, you're not mature. You know, you're
Right.
living in you're trying to keep up with your younger self. You can't be doing that at like 50.
Right.
Even I would say also 40, but 50 and 60. Of course not. That's crazy. And plus your body's gonna give out. You can't hump the way you humped before. You gotta take all kinds of Viagra and all science stuff or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, it's like psoriasis or something. Like it's not
Cialis.
it's not gonna work. I mean, it's not
Like, did he just say Cialis? That one thing.
it's like, you know what I mean? There's side effects to that it has on your body. Like, you know what I mean? So it's better to get that out of your system as a young person, because you're young and
But that's the thing. We always, like the word you use. People have FOMO, and humans covet. They want what others have. Like, we really have to learn to be content. And I don't know. We're always in search and looking for something. I guess we're naturally hunters and gatherers and whatever, but you gotta sometimes be content with what you have, especially when it's something really good. Because I think a lot of men have something good, but they, like you said, they feel like they're missing out or have another option. But then you're like, dang, I should have treated her good. She took care of me. She loved me. She genuinely loved me and wanted me the best for my life and fed me. And she was domestic. She was cute. And like, y'all just throw that away because you see some new booty.
it depends on the
This
guy.
new booty.
It depends on the guy, because I mean, imagine, especially being out here, you got Kim K lookalikes over here. You're curious about how that booty feel. She's
Yeah,
giving you rhythm. You're gonna do it. You got Pamela Anderson in her heyday over here with fake titties, with no ass, but white blonde. She's curious about that D. You're going to do it. All these women here, they're beautiful, they're exotic. There's English, there's the Spanish accent. There's the Dominican over here with blonde hair. What am I supposed to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're giving me rhythm. Okay, now one day after going through 50 LA women, you're like,
gross.
okay, I get it. You're like, dang, like this one girl who's Spanish and black, she's got an accent, she's funny, she's witty, she has her a job, she lives in Pasadena, she drives a Fiat, she's great, she's simple, not worried about my finances or whatever. We're good together. She likes to go out, hang out, and she likes to get booty butt naked and have greasy, sloppy sex. Okay, I think this is it. But I had to get all that out of my system. So now when we go out and I see something like a Kim K or Pamela or whoever IG model, I'm like, yeah, I had that. I experienced that. Fake titties, big lips, silicone, and ass injection ass. Like I experienced all that. I could focus on my half black Spanish girl now.
Right. Well, a lot of people. Right. Yeah, a lot, but I just think a lot of people do go through these phases where they
Yeah,
just want. But you waste so much life, you guys.
I
Like
don't think so. I
now that we're
disagree.
older and looking back,
Uh-huh.
it's I think it really is a waste of life because none of those people even matter that you wasted your time with. You just lost your energy and gave them your spirit and your soul and like you probably got a couple little critters. Like it's not worth it, people. I don't know, young.
I disagree because everybody I've been intimate with, I've come away with not only that part of experience of sexual experience, but also of dealing with people. I think each one woman I've dealt with I have grown more as a man. I know I've paid more attention to women. I don't have FOMO anymore. I just have all this experience, and I think I've grown more as a man, which I was able to give the next person that I dealt with. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a one there was like one night stands or nothing. This was dating, you know what I'm saying? Or like, once in a one time things just out of curiosity because we're both grown. That part too, Sometimes you're just grown, you just want some booty. She's gonna give you booty. She wants some D. You just
That's so crazy
give
to
a good
me.
exchange.
Yeah, no, that's so crazy to me. I mean, I guess I was like that when I was younger, but like once I got in my like 30s, I was not like that. Like where I'd be like, oh, I just want to have sex or I just want to do it. Like not even no, not at all. And now, ugh, that totally kind of disgusts me. Um, I
I
don't
don't think
know.
that's the nature of a woman, though. A woman, natural instinct is not supposed to be like that. A
Yeah.
man, as an animal, is supposed to spread his seed, right? We're all supposed to do like Nick Cannon and Easy E's and Wilt Chamberlain's, right? But as a society, that
But
not
are
as
you?
as an
Are
animal
you?
instinct, yes, yes, because a guy could have like 5 babies at once. A woman can only have one baby at once, right? You guys make babies. Women make babies,
Yeah, you
right?
guys need the birth control.
We put the seed in the woman so you guys can have the babies. That's how it works, right? That's
All them little critters.
don't talk to me, talk to Nick Cannon. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But so
yeah.
that's the natural animal instinct of a man. That's why I always say if you have a man and he's dedicated to you and he loves you enough to get married, hold on to that guy because naturally our eyes do stray. Our penis goes this way when you guys are walking this way.
Yeah,
It's
even when
just
y'all married.
yes, it doesn't stop. You just have to accept that. Now,
No,
if you
I hate it.
yes,
I
wait,
hate
wait,
it
wait,
so much though.
you have to accept it. Now,
I ain't gotta accept
the
nothing.
part where he acts on it is the only problem. That's the problem. We're going to stray because we are attracted. We are
So
visual
a woman,
creatures.
so a woman is supposed to be okay with you guys are out at dinner and your man's like,
No, if he does that blatantly, of course not. No, 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 no,
oh, okay.
no,
I
no,
was
no.
like, I don't like
No,
that.
if you're man, yeah, if you guys are out and he's like, man, she got a big ass. No, that's disrespectful. No, that's stupid. That's immature, right? That's dumb. I'm just saying we are attracted to what we're attracted to. Now, if we act on it, if we say stupid shit like that, that's disrespectful.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
dumb.
right.
Yeah.
I can vibe. I can get with that. I
I'm just
mean, yeah,
saying,
men aren't dead. Yeah, I can
yeah,
understand.
exactly. And women aren't dead either. Like, I would
Oh, he's so
women,
cute.
yeah, women I date, they'd be like, oh, like an actor, like Ryan Gosling is handsome. I would be like, yeah, that motherfucker is handsome.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Lenny Kravitz is my male crush. I would never be like, yo, you like Lenny Kravitz. I like Lenny Kravitz too.
Did you see those pants he had on the other day?
Jesus Christ, that's my fashion idol.
Yeah, no, I could tell that would totally be your style.
So, I know handsome when I see handsome. I'm not,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
no.
saying?
And women know when other women are beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. It is what it is. What else is there? What did we cover everything on this?
I thought we were gonna talk about something else, but I forgot.
Because that was one of the things I was wondering, like, were there any exes I would get back with? So
Would you?
yeah. Would I? Yes, I would get back with.
Okay, so they all didn't treat you dirty then. They
No,
all didn't do
no,
you
no, no,
dirty.
no,
Okay,
no,
because
no,
you
no, no,
because you
no.
made it seem like every one of them did you dirty that you would not even think
No,
about going
no,
back.
no, 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 no. A lot of people I've liked did me dirty, but
Relationship wise.
relationship wise, I did them dirty. Then one did
Oh,
me dirty. I know, but that was like that was teenage years. You know what I mean?
okay, yeah. So if they
Like
came back, you guys are grown. You
I know
know,
it's so funny watching his page right now, or we follow each other or whatever. Like we're friends, we're cool,
yeah.
and it's like, oh, he's perfect. He's everything I've ever wanted in a man. Like he rides, he cycles, he takes care of his kids, he like cooks, he works out in the gym. Like we would have totally been awesome. And he's like into social media. He's actually a lightweight TikTok star. But so yeah, it's super funny like seeing him now. Like I'm very happy for him. Um yeah. So, but then one of my exes, he's trash. Like, no,
Of
never ever
course.
again. That was
Yeah.
like bad.
Yeah.
So, and then
That makes sense.
yeah.
There's a story I heard from this now retired radio personality. His name is Tim. I think it's Tim Likis or Liskey or something. And he was talking about how his first wife, when he married his first wife in his 20s, he already had it in his mind like he didn't want kids, and she said she didn't want kids either. So, so they got married, because and they gelled really well, and they're in love, whatever. And then one day, she has an epiphany because someone in her family had a baby, and now she changed her mind. Okay, and now she wants a kid, and Tim's like, no, I still don't want kids. So they
Mm,
get a divorce. They get a divorce because if he's like, well, if you want a kid, go find somebody else to have a kid with. I'm not going to get in your way. Go do your thing, right? So years go by, 3 wives later, right? He has like 4 wives all together. They all, they don't work out, whatever. First wife, ex-wife, calls him, finds him, and calls him, and they have a chat. Turns out, after 30 years, she never found somebody else, never had a kid. She's like, I should have stayed with you because I have nothing. The thing that I wanted, I never got.
mm-hmm.
Which is weird because they still in their 20s when they broke up. So she had 30 years of chances. And now you could have been with Tim, who's now rich and crazy rich. He's retired. He lives, comfortably, you know, and she missed the boat,
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, there's no going back, I think he's
Right.
married now. I think so. It's like,
There's a done data.
yeah.
That karma.
Same thing with John Cena. John Cena had, he was dating another wrestler chick, and they said they didn't want kids, and then her sister had a kid. Now she wants a kid, but John's like, I don't want kids. And then you have this, and you gotta go.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's weird. Well, it's not weird.
I don't think it's
People,
weird. I mean,
yeah, people can do what they want.
Yeah,
People don't have to have kids.
I've
But
dated a woman who said, I never want kids. And then we dated, and then she's like, I want kids. I can see myself having kids with
well,
you.
because people want to
What?
take it to the next step. Like you feel like you're very connected with somebody, and you want to like share a seed and watch water that seed and watch it grow together. Like
It's such a
people,
female thing. Like I see, this has happened to me like 3 times where I'll meet a woman and she'll say, "Oh, I don't want kids either. Oh, the world, blah blah blah." And then we
yeah,
start dating
exactly.
and we're hanging out and we're having a good time. Oh, I don't think about.
Yeah,
What do you think about having kids? I'm like, we talked about that already
yeah. Well, no,
before.
I'm the same way. Like honestly, I don't want kids at this point in my life. But if I met a man who was a man and he was awesome, I would, and he wanted kids, I would, yeah, I would be down. He better hurry up, but time is
Stace's
ticking.
window is closing.
Okay. But so yeah, like I get that. That makes sense.
I get that too. My thing with women is when the things that women say they want or their list that they have is all cap. Because women can be swept off their feet from someone they never thought they would ever date.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They would.
Happens all the time.
He got to be 6 foot, blah blah blah, and have abs and
Yeah,
blah blah blah, and then they meet this like 5'7" chubby dude who's funny, does well, and is just very
yeah, because
charismatic and a man's man, and he's building shit or
yeah,
whatever. You know what I mean? Or making her
right,
laugh.
exactly.
Here comes the broom, and your feet do a 360.
Yeah, it just shows we have our priorities together. You might
No,
want
it just shows you have immature mind state until you're forced to mature.
no having a guideline of what you want isn't immature. It's just, that's your goals, but you get the most important things off your list checked off, then it's fine.
Okay, but my thing is the top thing that they have on their list will be physical. That's what I'm trying to say. Until
Yeah,
they meet somebody that breaks down that list because they find that this guy isn't on my top 10 of my list that's on my top 10. I am maturing. That's maturity.
no, but you and many men still won't marry a woman if she don't look good.
Because we're physical beings.
Right, but
Women get with guys out of not only necessity but intimacy and comfortability, right? And safety, right? If you're like a thin woman and you're like 5'5", and you say you never want to date like a big guy because you don't want to you don't want to feel like helpless, but then you meet a big guy who's very nice and docile, and then he'll do anything to protect you. You change your mind because we have changed your mind instinctively and naturally.
right.
I'm saying women think they know what they want, but they don't know what they need until they find that guy or we find you.
Yeah.
They could
No,
be
I,
sitting
I
next
don't,
to you in the class or in the cafe.
right.
We do something small. We start talking to you. It's the first things that come out of our mouths, regardless of what we're wearing, regardless of what we look like. She can fall head over heels for that guy when he's
Absolutely.
being normal.
Right. Yeah.
The list goes out the window because you don't really know what you want. What you want,
No, you know what you want.
what you want is a fantasy you've created with your friends and social media. For now, it's fine. It's
I
cool to
mean,
experience that. It's cool to experience the model guy, the cut guy, the fit guy. That's cool. But when you meet the regular guy who's innocent and genuinely wants to love you, and wants to worship you, you're going to accept that because that's what you are. That's what you deserve. as a
And
woman.
and that's what you actually need.
And that's what you need.
Yeah,
It's
because
not what you wanted, because what you wanted was TV shit and social media shit. When you meet a real man who's not perfect physically and maybe even financially now, and you guys build together, that means more than dating somebody who's chiseled or whatever, got the body, has time to go to the gym, has money to go to the gym, has money for supplements and protein shakes and drives a Tesla.
yeah.
That's cool and shit, but that
Yeah,
guy
but
has
not-
options.
Right, but not every woman was a chiseled buff fitness model.
Women want somebody healthy.
I don't.
Women, a lot of women, I live in LA, want healthy dudes, right? They just want somebody. It's basically this. It's basically this.
I'd want an active recreational dude.
They want somebody who they can show off.
So do men. That's
to
why
their
they have.
friends.
That's why they have trophy.
Again,
wives.
you can't. We can't. Okay, you gotta stop comparing us to each other because we're different, right? Women and men are different. So again, we are visual creatures, and that's a lie too. Because some guys will date big girls. They like big girls. So that's a lie too.
Big girls are pretty though. BBWs.
Yeah, look at Ashley Graham. Ashley Graham she is amazing,
Right.
right? And
It's just- that's
she
just
with a black dude.
preference.
What I'm
Hmm.
saying is, we are not the same. Men are visual creatures. We like what we like. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
Okay.
I agree with that.
We will date somebody off of physicality, and then the mental comes later, right? We're hoping that a beautiful woman will have some substance in her, or not. Maybe you just want a housewife. As long as she could take care of the kids, she don't have to have brain power. As long as she could fuck, suck, and cook, and take care of them kids. I don't need to talk to you. I got friends. Some guys are like that.
Right. They need to get their.
And some women are like that. Some women don't want to go to school. Some women don't want to work. Some women just want to look good or whatever and take care of kids and be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. They just want to be a housewife. That's fine too.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm sure there are many people like that out here. I know there are.
Yeah. I think it's 50-50 because I meet too many entrepreneur women. Too many women want to have their own companies. And I don't want no company. Like I know more men who just want to work. Like I just want to work. Like, I don't want no employees. I don't want to handle nobody's benefits.
Yeah. Well, women are creators and natural managers. So entrepreneurship works for us.
Women could be the engineer. Tell me where to saw. Tell me what to screw in. Give me the blueprints so I can get to work.
Right.
Women could do all the math and all that shit. I don't want to do all that shit. I want to work with these.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give me a hammer, power drill, and a bunch of screws, and put me outside.
Right. Exactly.
That's what I.
We know how to delegate.
100%.
Yeah. So
100%. I can't tell you how many arguments or debates I've been in with my friends, and then the woman there is like, "Okay, you guys have been saying the same thing over and over again. When are you gonna solve this? You guys are saying the same." You know what I mean? Like bringing knowledge to the argument. It's like, oh shit, we've been going around in a circle. You know what I'm saying? Because we could argue for days, and the woman come in and say, "Okay, this is you right because you blah blah blah, and you're right because you blah blah blah. Okay, you guys are kind of 50-50." And we're like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it brings like wisdom to the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom.
Right. Exactly. Well, with all that said, we ain't getting back with you. We're not getting back with our exes, but we might.
You stupid. I'll say the conclusion is, as a human being, everybody should get a chance. Everybody should give people a chance to meet. I believe in second chances. I believe humans are flawed creatures, and we all deserve a chance. It's just, up to you. Obviously, we are the gatekeepers to that, right? It's not, I don't, and I don't consider going backwards. I think it's a progression.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be the other side of that coin. It's say, do not go backwards. You already gave them enough chances.
Well, you gave him enough chances.
See what's out there. Try something different. Like, I don't know, the people that I've given millions of chances never change. So, and that's even friendships, not just, romantic relationships. So I don't know. I'm not really big, and especially right now, you get one chance at this big age of mine. You get one chance, friend, lover, whatever. You get one chance. Cutthroat committee.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe, hopefully my perspective will change. No, but it won't actually. No more chances. Every time I give people chances, things go bad. So no more chances. But,
with you, it's understandable.
Right.
But you got to know your story. But yeah, your situations are understandable.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the same way.
But, that's just my experiences.
I'm just saying,
exactly.
if you have somebody who didn't do that shit to you, who didn't do anything bad to you, that's what I'm saying. If you have people who did you dirty in the past, no.
Right, but
that's
I still feel like,
saying.
But even like the my ex that I liked, like I don't want to go back there necessarily because I already know what I'm going to get if I go back into that relationship. So, and it would just feel too familiar for me, and I would.
Yeah.
And in that case, I feel like I would always wonder what it would be like, maybe with somebody else. Maybe, I don't know. I just don't like going backwards on anything in life.
Okay.
So that's just where we're at. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's all. That's it, and that's all, folks. What's the Looney Tunes guy? That pig that would go. That's all, folks. Yeah. So, well, thanks for tuning in and listening. We will talk to you guys again soon. Peace.